Hello guys and welcome back. It's the city in Canada, Alberta. It's the city of Edmonton. It's the city where two of the best hockey players in the world reside. It's the city of Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. It's the city of Edmonton Oilers. Hello guys and welcome back. So great to see you again. My name is Paul. This is Paul's Hockey Channel. And today we'll be talking about my biggest Stanley Cup favorites for this season. And let's start with Edmonton, guys. For me personally, the biggest Stanley Cup favorite as it stands right now are the Edmonton Oilers. I will explain why, so let's start. First of all, Oilers made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final last year and they were down 0-3 in that final against the Florida Panthers, but they were able to miraculously come back. It was a big comeback, but eventually they lost the last game, Game 7 in Florida. But they do have, out of that experience, a lot of experience out of that. And definitely that could help them. Some people say you cannot win without losing. So the Oilers get their losing pot last year, and right now they will be trying to take that experience and make it better in the playoffs. Another, guys, obvious reason is the dynamic duo, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. How good are these guys? It's just ridiculous. I mean, how do you defend them when they are on power play? Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evan Bouchard, you have Zach Hyman, you do have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. It's just almost impossible to defend them. We have seen that against Toronto Maple Leafs. They scored a goal at the end. Again, it was a one-timer from Leon Draisaitl off the pass of Connor McDavid. Obviously didn't count because of an offside beforehand, but they scored almost a copycat similar goal against St. Louis on Tuesday. Again, it was Connor McDavid passing it to Leon Draisaitl. He scored off one-timer. This time the goal did count. It's just impossible to defend these guys. They are so good. But obviously they have other pieces as well. I really like their defense as well. They do have Matthias Ekholm. They do have also some other guys like, for example, Evan Bouchard, like Darnell Nurse, like John Klingberg, Brett Kulak, etc. So their defense is actually, in my opinion, pretty good as well. Obviously, we don't need to be talking about offense when you do have guys like Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Corey Perry, Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, Victor Arvidsson, Jeff Skinner, etc. It's just absolutely brilliant. For me, guys, I guess the biggest question will be the goaltending. The goaltending is for me the biggest question about the Edmonton Oilers. Is Stuart Skinner the guy to take Edmonton Oilers all the way to Stanley Cup? Is he the guy? Is he the right guy? We should see, guys. We should see. In a couple of months' time, Stuart Skinner is the local guy. He was born in Edmonton, in Alberta, Canada, back in 1998. He was drafted by Edmonton in 2017 in the third round. He is the true man of Edmonton. And will he be able to bring the Stanley Cup to his home team, to his home city? It will be very interesting to look at that this spring / this June. So guys, for me personally, the biggest favorites right now are the Edmonton Oilers, but the biggest question concerning the Edmonton Oilers is the goaltending. Is Stuart Skinner good enough to win the Stanley Cup and to take Oilers to the Stanley Cup? Tell me in the comments, guys, please, your thoughts. And now we talk about the other Stanley Cup favorites. Again, guys, according to the betting companies, Carolina are currently second behind Edmonton as the biggest favorite to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, I like their team. They made a very bold move. They got Mikko Rantanen for Martin Necas, etc. So it was a bold move by the Hurricanes, but I really like it, and I think they will be one of the toughest teams to beat in the playoffs. I like the chances as well of Toronto Maple Leafs. For me, I really like the offense. I really like the defense of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The question for me, same as with Edmonton, will be the goaltending. Is Joseph Woll / Anthony Stolarz good enough to take Toronto all the way to the Stanley Cup? And can they finally produce when it matters the most? Can Toronto be good enough in the playoffs to get through that first and second round all the way to the final and eventually win it? We should see. I like the chances of Winnipeg as well. Obviously, they do have the goalie. There is no question Connor Hellebuyck is good enough to take the Jets to the Stanley Cup. Will he be the guy Jets are hoping for in the playoffs? That's the big question. But Winnipeg with a great team as well. I like the chances of Dallas. Why not? They have some good veterans, but they have a great young core as well. A super goaltender, the American Oettinger. I like their chances in Texas. And what about the Florida Panthers? Obviously, we do have the Stanley Cup favorites, or the Stanley Cup, winners from last year. The Panthers will be hoping to win the second Stanley Cup in a row. It will not be easy for the Panthers, but as the saying goes, it's not meant to be easy in this league. So Florida definitely right up there. They do have Sergei Bobrovsky. They do have Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Bennett, very good pieces on defense as well. Overall, they are a force to be reckoned with, and we must still count with Florida Panthers there. Okay guys, so this has been a video about my top favorites to win the Stanley Cup this season. What are your thoughts? Make sure to tell me in the comments, guys. Once again, thank you very much for joining me for this video. I really do appreciate it, guys. And please, before you go, consider to hit that subscribe button. As we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, I would be really happy, guys, if you hit that subscribe button. I am very thankful for every single subscriber. So guys, with that saying, this video is sponsored by Pepsi. Well, it's not actually. I just hope it was, but so far I wasn't able to negotiate a deal. But hey, Pepsi, I love you. I love Pepsi. I'm gonna get one can out of my fridge, and maybe Pepsi will sponsor me as the time goes on. Who knows? Well, I will leave you guys with a final say from Dave. Dave, come on, stop drinking Pepsi and make the final message. Dave!
This video was brought to you by Paul's Hockey Channel, your trusted source of NHL news. Subscribe and turn on notifications bell in order not to miss future uploads. Enjoy the content and stay safe.